Hello everyone, this is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for February 22nd to the 28th of 2026. So our week kicks off on Sunday the 22nd with Venus trine Jupiter. These are the two benefactors coming together. This energy is generally delightful, albeit fleeting. Venus does move pretty quickly. It offers an excellent opportunity to engage in social activities and relish relaxed, easygoing moments without any pressure. It might incline you toward idleness or indulgence, particularly if these tendencies already exist within you, so watch the overindulging for sure. The trine makes it easy, that's all I can say. However, if you are accustomed to a hectic pace, this energy permits a pause, a chance to unwind without the usual pressure to constantly produce results. Take this time to savor life's pleasures, whether by indulging in leisurely activities or reflecting on your personal achievements. By acknowledging your own journey's milestones is another good use of this energy. It is an auspicious period for travel, vacations, or brief getaways. This energy often brings forth deserved blessings, prompting gratitude toward the forces that have guided you to this juncture in your life, right? So Jupiter's your consciousness, what you believe to be true or possible, your faith in the good. Venus is always about the good. So that's why when these two get together, we can really want to just celebrate and have a good time and relax. I would imagine it's also super creative for my artists as well. Now we jump to Thursday the 26th when Mercury will officially retrograde in Pisces until March 20th, which is right around spring equinox. So now until equinox, it's retrograde. And this is just a reminder that we get 3 to 4 chances a year to do a conscious data dump and give the mental body some much needed rest and restoration. Yes, it can be frustrating to try to move and shake in the world. Technology tends to go wonky, cars break down, communication and travel go haywire. But it can also be magical, enlightening, and restorative. This is when delays are divine and you can carve out a little extra time and space to do your own processing of what's going on in your individual life. Check in with your own ideas, thoughts, and concepts and do some research. Finish projects and develop your ideas behind the scenes. New connections may be made, but more often, old connections circle back to complete something. It is the sacred pause before you decide or choose something really important coming this spring. Take advantage of this one to clarify where you are and where you are heading, and keep in mind the power of the imagination and the spirit. This is Pisces realms. If you imagine doom and gloom, it is more likely to manifest. If you imagine breakthroughs with relationships and resources, then you will create more of that. This time in Pisces is going to have its own additional caveats. Your intuition and imagination will be involved for better or worse, so try to connect fluid language with vivid imagery, the Pisces way. Keep in mind nothing is linear or logical about Mercury in Pisces. This is all spirit or otherworldly, so any spiritual healing work is tremendously supported by this retrograde as well. It is a test to fortify your intuition, and you have to work your intuition like a muscle so that you can learn to rely on it. Check in with your own beliefs, dreams, and fears, and make time to be in nature under the sky. That always gives the monkey mind a break, but especially during Pisces time, each year, we are supposed to be dreaming up the action plan that we will execute throughout Aries Taurus time. And don't forget, the best thing about this retrograde is that it is totally easier to commune with your angels, ancestors, orishas, and animal spirit guides, and they are even more available when in Pisces like now. So now we're going deeper. We were just kind of treading water on the surface, recognizing what needed to be reviewed. Now we're going to go under to do the review. Friday the 27th brings Mars squaring Uranus. Okay, so Venus, the feminine, how we receive, how we contain, nurture, and protect had to change something. Sun, our solar energy, how we direct our energy and shine our light had to change. And now here's Mars. Our actions and choices and who we are and what we want has to change because of the evolutions going on all around us. This energy embodies the spirit of rebellion and radical actions to facilitate change, with the ultimate goal of embodying your own true individuality on a whole new level. But something has to change first. If you are aligned with your own authentic nature and your own truth and purpose, then this energy can activate a sense of rejuvenated energy and inspired action. The necessity of change is obvious, and if you can consciously co-create with this energy, then you can reshape your purpose and realign with your path. It is a period of shifts, changes, and rebirth, which is challenging but can yield a stronger, truer sense of self in the long run. However, if you are unclear about your identity and personal potential, then this energy tends to highlight areas in need of choices, change, and further development that you may be resisting by being impatient and demanding your own way. Clinging to old habits and negative patterns only exacerbates feelings of constraint and magnifies any opposition or resistance from others or authority. Your external reality reflects your internal state. Where are you resisting change? Take a moment to assess, check your ego, reaffirm your truth, and embrace change. It is a blessing that cracks you open to new perspectives and new choices. If you do not embrace change willingly, then it is just as likely that you will be compelled to transition. It is just as likely that you will be compelled or forced to change, which creates stress, and you end up missing the true beauty and value of this activation, which is pushing you to evolve to your own next level. Remember, unconscious, inadequate action leads to chaos and disappointment, while conscious, effective action leads to more personal freedom and self-liberation. And that's what we want. So it's about being clear about who you are and what you want, recognizing what needs to change at this time and changing it, and honoring the radical new level, right? We're in new territory on so many levels. Like, I know we say this a lot in astrology. Every cycle is new territory. Well, we're entering a new cycle again, and the personal planets are affecting us all directly. So here comes another Mercury retrograde activation. Although this one only happens twice, and it's really kind of interesting because basically they connected last month, January 29th, when they were both still in Aquarius. This month they connect in Pisces. So it's like you got a double dose in that Aquarius Pisces zone to rethink some things around your Venus, values and priorities, relationships and resources, however you want to look at that. This energy invites you to perceive the underlying harmony or cohesive thread weaving through the tapestry of your life, encompassing its diverse experiences across time. It heralds a fresh perspective on communication, self-expression, and the worth of your ideas, thoughts, concepts, and creative projects. You may find yourself articulating long-held ideas with newfound clarity, perhaps even expressing affection or emotions in profound ways. It is a fertile period for your inner artist, where creativity flows unbounded, allowing for innovative expressions that you have yet to explore. Deep breath. Oh, expressing your affection and emotions in profound ways. Well, Mercury is the planet of communication. Venus is the relationship planet. So that may happen like that. But remember, the first time it was direct, now it's retrograde. So I think when it was in Aquarius and about our sovereignty and freedom and autonomy within the context of our relationships, that was an initiation of a new way of how we want to flow, right? Now, the retrograde implies a review in the Pisces zone, which is sensitivity and boundary issues. So let's just be mindful of how they're showing up with each one. But after this, and when it goes forward and moves on, like I said, into Aries, it's a whole new cycle beginning. Embrace the freedom of imagination, exploring ideas without fixating on outcomes. While delving into these connections and revelations, also resist the urge to overanalyze. Instead, relish the depth that they offer, fostering personal growth and a deeper comprehension of life's unfolding magic, customized for your own level of consciousness. Recognize the purpose within past challenges and acknowledge your journey toward personal self-mastery. Embrace this moment to cultivate fresh thought patterns that imbue your life with greater beauty and a deeper sense of peace and harmony. That's another thing that Venus brings to anything. She softens all the edges, right? So in this case, Mercury would be our mind and our ideas and different things that we need to beautify and upgrade, right? It's a conjunction. It's an initiation of a new cycle altogether. And that was our last activation for the month and for this week. So be sure to review the relevant reflections and upcoming events in the February monthly missive if you're looking for links. Join us when and where you can, reach out when you need to, and have a fantastic week. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.